Hello students, welcome to my online class. Today I will discuss about bounded and unbounded sets. So here we have some definitions. First definition is bounded above. So a subset S of set of real numbers is said to be bounded above if there exists a real number K such that every element from the set S is less than or equals to K. That is, X is less than or equals to K for every element X in the set S. So the real number K is called an upper bound of S, and if no such number K exists, then the set is said to be not bounded above or unbounded above. Similarly, we have the definition for bounded below set. So the set S is said to be bounded below if there exists a real number K such that every member of S is greater than or equal to K. That is, K is less than or equals to X for every X in the set S. So this number K is called a lower bound of the set S, and if no such number K exists, then the set S is said to be not bounded below or unbounded below. A set is said to be bounded if it is both bounded above as well as bounded below. And we say a set is unbounded if it is not bounded. That means a set is said to be unbounded if it is not bounded below or bounded above or both. Next, we have the definition for least upper bound, and this least upper bound is also called as supremum. So we choose a set S which is subset of set of real numbers, and if S is bounded above, then a real number M is said to be a supremum or least upper bound of the set S if it satisfies two conditions. First condition is M is an upper bound of the set S, and if P is any upper bound of the set S, then M is less than or equals to P. That means here first condition states that M is an upper bound of the set S, and second condition states that amongst all the upper bounds of the set S, M is the least element. So for example, we consider the set whose elements are of the type 1 by n such that n is a natural number. So this set will consist of elements of the type 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and so on. That means all are reciprocals of natural numbers. So from this we get that 1 by n is less than or equals to 1 for every natural number n. So from this we conclude that 1 is an upper bound of the set S, 1 is an upper bound of the given set, and if P is any upper bound of the given set, then 1 is less than or equals to P. So from this we conclude that 1 is the least upper bound of the given set. Note that supremum of a set, if it exists, then it is unique. There are some sets which does not have supremum, and there are sets which will have supremum. So if supremum of a set, if it exists, then it is unique. So in order to prove uniqueness, we consider two supremum of the set S. First one is M and second is M prime. So here M and M prime both are supremum. That means both are upper bounds. So first we consider M is a supremum and we consider M prime is an upper bound of the set S. So from this condition, second condition, we get that M prime is less than or equals to M. Now we consider M prime is a supremum and M is an upper bound of the set S. Then again from this condition we get that M is less than or equals to M prime. So from these two conditions we conclude that M and M prime are nothing but they are equal. That means supremum of a set, if it exists, then it is unique. Next we have the definition for greatest lower bound, and it is also called as infimum. So here we have S, which is a subset of set of real numbers, and if S is bounded below, then a real number M is said to be an infimum or a greatest lower bound of the set S if it satisfies following conditions. First condition is M is a lower bound of the set S, and second condition is if P is any lower bound of the set S, then P is less than or equals to M. Here first condition states that M is lower bound of the set S, and second condition states that amongst all the lower bounds of the set S, M is greatest. For example, we consider the same set, one reciprocal of natural numbers, and we know that it have elements 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and so on. Here we have a reciprocal of each natural number is strictly greater than 0. Here we have strictly greater than 0. So 0 is lower bound of the set, and if P is any lower bound of the given set, then we have P is less than or equals to 0. So thus we have 0 is the infimum of the given set. Note that infimum of a set, if it exists, then it is unique. So in order to prove uniqueness, we have considered the set S have two infimum, M and M prime. Since both are infimum, both are lower bounds of the set S. So in first case we consider M is a infimum and M prime is a lower bound of the set S. So then by this condition we have M prime is less than or equals to M, and in second case we consider M prime is an infimum and M is a lower bound of the set S. So we have M is less than or equals to M prime, and from these two conditions we conclude that M and M prime both are equal. That means infimum of a set, if it exists, then it is unique. Thank you.